Namaste, everyone. Welcome to class. So finding our comfortable seat, just finding a place where you can sit comfortably for about 15, 18 minutes or so while we do our pranayam and our meditation, getting the most important things out of the way, and then moving on into our asana class, okay? So nice comfy seat. You might move a little bit just to make sure you've got your seat comfortable. Move your legs a little, wiggle your spine, go back and forth so you can find right in the very middle where the spine just lifts up out of the sacrum. And then your shoulders nice and relaxed. Just see if you had them tense up there and didn't even realize it. Let them go. And then let's turn our palms over in receiving for just a moment. Just wiggle your fingers for a minute and just rest the back of the hands. Let your fingers be as soft and limp as you possibly can. And then taking your eyes, gazing toward the floor, or close them completely. And just bringing yourself into the breath for a moment. Finding it in your body. It can be in your belly or your chest. Wherever it is, just embracing the breath. And let's start our invocation today with our hands still and receiving. With gratitude, we salute all the great yoga masters, past and present. Special prayer of thanksgiving for Baba Hari Das. With joy, we recognize the excellent wisdom teachings of yoga, Ayurveda, and with vigor, we dedicate ourselves to self-transforming practice. The key word there is self. Nobody but ourself can do it. So just turning into what you need this morning to balance you, to guide you. What is your intention for today's practice? And then bringing the hands into the heart, Anjali Mudra. And join me if you can for one resounding Om. Exhaling the breath out and inhale to chant. And then just release the hands to the knees. And again, notice the breath. So we're going to do some Kriyas this morning, some actions. We're going to just do 3 different actions to bring us in, hopefully, into a place of meditation, okay? So if you know that for your meditation you need a shawl or a blanket or something, just grab it now so that there's no physical movement from transitioning from our pranayama practice into our meditation practice. So grab whatever you might need right now. I have an extra shawl around my neck because I get a little chilly. We're going to start out with, we have these swasthayam kriyas in the practices that Babaji left us, Baba Hari Das, and there are 8 of them, 8 different actions. And today I'm going to pull 3 of those, 1 and 2, and Kriya 6. And so I'm going to hope that those Kriyas, those actions, it just means action, just like karma, action, Kriya. Those 3 Kriyas bring us into a more meditative state, ready to just receive our meditation. So they're very simple, and you can do them without any pre-work. I'm going to describe it. I'm going to, and you're welcome to kind of try it once as I describe it. And then I'm going to recap it one more time. And then I'm going to say, we'll do this 5 times. Let's begin. So even if you started earlier, just start again, okay? And we'll do it 5 times together. Alrighty? So tall spine. Kriya 1. Inhale slowly, gently, deeply into the chest, through the nose. Exhale slowly, gently, deeply, also through the nose. The belly stays stable. Chest breath, inhale nose, exhale nose. We'll do this 5 times. Let's begin. Kriya 2. Inhaling slowly, gently, deeply, also into the chest, through the nose. The belly stays stable. Exhaling slowly and gently through a partially open mouth. Chest breath, inhale nose, exhale mouth. We'll do this 5 times. Let's begin. Skipping now over to Kriya 6. This breath starts with an exhale. We pull the belly to the spine. Then we release the belly and let the breath come into the abdominal region. So it's an abdominal breath. Inhale nose, exhale nose, but it starts with an exhale, using our abdominal muscles, pulling the belly to the spine, releasing the belly muscles, letting the breath come in for 1. So we will do this 5 times. Let's begin. And after completing the 5th round, just sliding into your own meditative breath. No control, just letting the universe breathe you. The breath is soft and shallow, just enough to sustain you. Your hands can stay on your knees, either in receiving, palms to the knees, palms away from the knees, or in maintaining your energy level, palms to the knees. Breath is soft and shallow, relaxing your body and your mind, giving the mind something to hold on to. Aham Shanti. I am peace. Aham on the inhale, Shanti on the exhale. Don't control the breath. Just name the inhale with aham and name the exhale with Shanti. You may be fast, you may be slow. It doesn't matter. It's your breath. continuing to relax the body and tether the mind to the mantra. If the mind has wandered, bring it back gently, gently. Aham Shanti. bringing the meditation to a close, releasing the mantra, releasing the mudra, and just bringing yourself back into your space, letting the senses come back online, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, just being aware of your surroundings as your eyes flutter open. And now we're going to move into some asana. We're going to start here seated, and then we're going to stand up pretty quickly today. Since I've spent a few days low to the ground, it's time for you to have a little upward movement. So for now, let's just wake up everything. Wake up the hip joints, just rotate around the heads of the femurs. Other direction. Good. And then come back into the center, and then let's take our legs out in front and just go ahead and bend the knee. Good. And then the other leg, just bending the knee back and forth. That's all the knee likes to do. It doesn't like any other sideways action. Good. And then go ahead and shake out your foot. Just shake it out. Just kind of crank it around a couple times in either direction. The ankle. Shake it again. Good. And then pick up the other foot. Just kind of shake it out. You have to leave it really limp. It wants to help. Don't let it help. It also wants to help cranking. Don't let it help. And then shake it again. Good. And then just go ahead and stretch your legs out in front for a moment. But if you have a block, just slide it underneath your knees so you aren't really overextending your hamstrings for a moment while we pay more attention to our arms. Just arms out to the side and press the wall away as if you were at Disney and the walls start to come in. It's kind of really weird, but press them away and then bring your shoulder blades together. And then press them away and bring your shoulder blades together. One more time. Press them away and bring your shoulder blades together. Make some circles with your wrist in one direction, then the other. Add your elbows. Keep moving your wrist. She was behind me the whole time. Moving your wrist. And then wiggle your fingers. Dig into some big cat fur or bear fur. Just dig in for a moment. Good. And then just take your arms over as we create a figure 8 or infinity signal with our hands and arms. Good. Okay. And then just shake it out. And then a little bend, just a little side extension over to the left and a little bend over to the right. And one more time to the left. And one more time to the right. Good. And then hands back behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze open, and then give yourself a hug. Good. Squeeze open, take the uncomfortable interlace, and hug in the other direction. Good. Okay. And then just shake it out. And we're going to come on up. We're just going to stand today. So just finding your place to stand. Get a few things out of the way. And now I'm warm enough, I can take off my scarf. Great. So we're going to warm up today with our little half sun salute, okay? It's really just the first part of it. So it's just a matter of coming up, arms up overhead, forward fold, and you can always come to just a flat back if you're not inverting today. You can come right here, and you can stay here, okay? Or you can come from here and come all the way over. Because then we're all going to come back to a flat back. And then you can fold again or not, and then come up. Okay? So that's all we're going to do for 4 rounds. Ready? Okay. Remember, you're not inverting if you have high blood pressure, uncontrolled, if you have glaucoma, any eye pressure issues, or if you're on your first few days of your menstrual cycle, you have a sinus infection. No inverting. Okay? Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold or flat back, either way. And then inhale, everybody to a flat back. Exhale, fold one more time. And inhale all the way up. So you can stay through that flat back through both of those. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, one more. Exhale, fold or flat back. Flat back, everybody. Fold. and up. Hands to the heart. Third one. Forward fold. Flat back. And fold. And all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last one. Inhale, arms floating up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms to the side and up. And exhale, hands into the heart. Good. Okay, so that was our whole of just doing our half sun salutes. So now we're going to go into the whole of the sun salute. We're going to take our lunge. We're also going to take a twist while we're in this. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun salute, and we're going to take them relatively slowly, okay? I really want to work on all of the muscles, and if you know you want a block for the twist, just go ahead and grab it, and we'll have it at the front of our mats, okay? Good. So come to the front of your mat. Bring the hands into the heart, Anjali Mudra. Good. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, grow tendrils through your feet. Reach your arms down, flip your palms to the front, and then inhale. Up. Exhale, our forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. You could have just stayed in your flat back. Hands and feet to the floor and left leg back into a lunge. Drop to the knee. Keep it low for a moment. So where we're working right now is the inner groin of the left leg, the psoas. Good. Just stay for a moment and breathe. That's the whole content of our work right now. We are going to add a twist, so you can keep your left hand on the floor, or you can put your left hand up on a block. Sweep your right arm forward, and then sweep it back right beside your body. Begin to open your torso toward the right side. Press into the hand on the block or the floor. And then cartwheel the arm all the way over. Move your block out of the way. And then we're going to step to plank. Long line of energy. Pull in the belly. Reach through your heels. Heels are super important here. Good. Let's all drop to our knees in this extended plank. Great. So don't droop. Just pull your belly in. Stay strong. And then either go down to your forearms slowly or bend your elbows slowly. Chin and chest to either touch or hover. And then find your way into cobra or sphinx. So if you came down to your forearms, you're in sphinx pose. Good. Reach through your toes and make sure your little toenails are in the floor. Little toenails firmly on the floor. Good. We're going to curl the toes under and then come back up. If you're in sphinx, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Good. And then we're going to go into mountain pose, which is an inversion, or plank. So you can stay in plank or extended plank, wherever you want to be. Or we're going to come up into mountain. Off our mountain, often called downward facing dog. Okay? 3 breaths. And then on your next inhale, look at the space between your hands, stepping your left foot over by your left hand. You may need to bring it there slowly. Just pick it up and put it there. Okay, drop to the back knee. Just be there for a moment. You can keep the toe curled under or lay out the foot. You want a little sensation, if you can, in the groin. If your knee is too close, you won't have any sensation. So make sure your knee is back enough just to feel a little bit of sensation in the muscle. Good. And now your block can go underneath your right arm. Left arm sweeps forward. And then sweep it back and open your body toward the left side. Good. Press into the hand on the block. And then continue the arm all the way over. Don't let your left knee go off of your ankle. Good. Move the block out of the way. Curl the back toes under. Come off the back knee. A little hop to the front. long spine, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, arms to the sides, coming up. Exhale, hands into Anjali. The second side, we'll take it without so much pause. Okay, inhale, arms floating up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands and feet to the floor and the right leg back into a lunge. Drop to the knee. Feel any sensation in the groin. Don't overdo. Good. And here's our twist. Hand on the block or on the floor. Left arm out. Sweep the arm back. Open up your torso. Good. Perfect. Okay, all the way over. Great. Move the block out of the way. Curl the back toes under, step off the knee, and step to plank. Good. Long line of energy. Pull in the belly. Press through your heels. Drop to your knees. And then you can always go down, forearms, 6 or 8 parts bowing. And then we're going to find our way into cobras. So small you could lift your hands. Or sphinx on your forearms. Curl the toes under, and we're going to press into mountain or plank, either way. If you're not inverting, you're in plank with your knees up or down. 3 delicious breaths. Sit bones toward the ceiling, into the back wall behind you. And on our next inhale, let's look at the space between the hands. Right foot over by the right hand. Drop to the back knee. We're going to do our twist now to the right. Good. Sweeping the right arm forward. And then sweep it back and open up the shoulder and the chest. Good. Our whole back is stable from the belly button down. Cartwheel the arm the rest of the way over. Move your block out of the way. Come off the back knee. A little hop to the front. Long spine. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sides. Coming up. All the way up. Exhale, hands into Anjali. Okay. We're going to do one more set. And this time we'll use our arms and come up a little. Okay? Inhale, arms floating up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, hands and feet to the floor. Bend your knees for that to happen. And left leg back into a lunge. Drop to the knee. And then hands can go to your front knee. Press up. And then arms up. You can look up or look right in front. And then arms float down to the side for just a moment. Let's hold on to the hands behind us. Stretch the knuckles toward the floor. Bend over a little bit to get a long line of energy and a bigger crease at your right leg. And then release the arms, shake the hands, place the hands down, off the back knee, and step to plank. Good. Long line of energy. Drop to the knees. And 6, 8, or 4 parts bowing. And cobra. Little baby cobra. Little toe sides firm in the floor. And then let's curl the toes under and press into mountain. Good. Breathing. Keep your knees bent. Take your hips up. And on our next inhale, look at the space between the hands. Left foot over by the left hand. Drop to the knee. Good. And then let's bring the hands to the front knee. Good. And then walk the arms up. Gaze up. You can also bring your gaze back to the center. And then take the arms out to the side, interlace the fingers, squeeze, and then lean forward just a little bit, increasing the flexion at your front leg. And then release the arms, shake out the hands, bring them front and forward, either side of the mat. Come off the back knee, inhale, a little hop to the front, long spine, exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sides, coming up, all the way up. Exhale, hands into Anjali. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale while you're there. Exhale, arms behind. Squeeze the knuckles. Inhale, arms release. Shake them out all the way up and exhale. Come off the back knee and step to plank. Find your long line of energy. Good. And then knees down, elbows back, and cobra. Good. Little toe sides are on the floor. Curl the toes under, press into mountain or plank. And then on your next inhale, look at the space between the hands. Right foot over by the right hand. Drop to the knee. Let's take the hands to the front leg. Good. Walk them up. Breathe. Exhale them back and down. Squeeze. Inhale, up. Exhale, shake. Hands to the floor, off the back knee. Inhale, a little hop to the front, long spine. Exhale, fold. And inhale, arms to the sides, coming up, all the way up. And exhale, hands into Anjali. And from right here, standing Shavasana, release your arms. Let the bones have you. Soften muscle to bone. Soften your pelvic floor. Soften your shoulders, the front of your chest, your belly, your jaw. And then on an inhale, fluttering the eyes open. Let's do just a little bit of balance here before we go out to the side to start with our external rotation in the balance pose. So tree pose, right? And I want you to think about it for a minute. Let your whole of your right side be stable. And with your left side, just begin to play with the leg. Don't sink into the right hip. I'm putting my hand there to make sure I don't have that tendency to just drop down. Good. Excellent. Okay, and then just release it. Come back into a stable namaskar. Good, and then release again and make sure the left side is nice and stable. And then just play for a minute with the rotation on your right leg. Okay, that hip stayed stable. Good, and then find yourself back in neutral. This time just samastiti, equally balanced pose, front, back, side, side. Just kind of roll around on your feet. Make sure you're equally balanced. Good. And then we're going to focus on the heel up your left heel. Just the left heel for a moment. Let's go ahead and take our arms out to the side, flip the palms, take the arms up overhead, and then release the elbows down a little. Good. And don't let that sink into your right hip. Sometimes we do that little down and it goes right into our right hip. So our left leg is going to be an external rotation, not put anywhere. It's just in external rotation. This is a weird tree, but there are some like that. Breathe. Belly's in. Good. And then release your hands to your heart and release the leg. Good. Relax your arms. Good. And then shift the weight over to the left side. Peel up your right heel, arms to the side. Flip the palms, arms up. Hands together, bend your elbows. And then externally rotate your right leg. It may look different than the left. Wherever it is perfect. Don't sink into the right hip, left hip. Keep everything even. And just the right leg is externally rotated. Breathing. Trees sway. And then hands to the heart. Release the leg and find your samastiti. You're equally balanced. Relax your heels. Relax your toes. Feel your foot just flatten for a moment. Everything on the leg relaxed. And then lift your toes. Arches come back online. Press into your heels. Good. And then let's take the legs apart. Upavista Konasana, okay? Wide-legged pose. Good. Wiggle your hips. Just kind of wiggle. And then let's head on over to a flat back. Poke your bottom out behind you. So just make sure that you're long in the spine and your tailbone to the crown of the head makes a nice long line. Good. Take a breath and exhale up. Good. Let's externally rotate the left leg. You can decide to rotate on the heel or the foot or whatever you want to do, anywhere on the foot. I like to rotate on the ball of the foot. Good. And my belly button that was front and center is now headed over to the left, as it should. But my body is not going to head to the left. My body is upright. I'm going to bend the knee, and my body stays upright. So I'm not leaning. There's no lean yet. This is warrior two. Arms out. Reach through the fingertips. Gazing out. Feel the compression at the neck. Breathe. Belly is in. Breath is in the chest. Try to bring it into the back body, between the scapula, between the shoulder blades. Flip the palms toward the ceiling. Bring the arms up as you straighten the leg. Good. Hands to the heart. And then unrotate. Great. And now we're going to take it out to the right side. Now your belly button went from there through the center and over to the other side. Good. You may want to kick your left heel out a little bit more to keep your whole torso stable. And body is staying upright. Good. Arms to the side. Flip the palms. And then pronate. Arms to the side. Good. Bend the knee. Stack it over the ankle. Make sure you can see your big toe knuckle, but nothing more. And then no leaning. Just staying upright. But take your gaze out over your middle finger. And then let's flip the palms, supinate, and then straighten the leg as your gaze comes back to the center and arms come overhead. Good. Exhale, hands to the heart, bend the knee, and unrotate. Great. Let's head back over. So you will stay right here if you're not inverting. If you're inverting, go ahead and take your hands either to the floor or to a block. You decide. Chatushpada Kabandasana, four-legged ghost pose. Lift your toes, spread your sit bones. Pull your belly in. Good. And then you might want to take a block. We're going to do a twist here, and you can do it on the low side, on the higher side, or on the highest side. You decide. And we're going to make our shoulders and arms like a chicken wing for a moment. So I want you to take your right arm, flip the palm toward the floor, thumb back behind you. Palm toward the ceiling, back of the hand toward the floor, thumb pointing back behind you. And place your hand on your sacrum, the back of the hand on the sacrum. And then I want you to use your right elbow and shoulder to open toward the right as you press into your left hand. And return. So keep that little chicken wing open and return. So we're going to inhale to open. Resist against the breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, return. Last one. Inhale, open. And exhale, return. Just switch hands. So again, palm of the hand toward the ceiling, thumb behind you. Just place the hand, so like a little chicken wing. Good. Press into the hand on the block or the floor. And then using your shoulder and elbow open to the left. Exhale, return. Inhale, open. Exhale, return. You want the breath in there. Bring the breath in as you inhale, 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 open. Exhale, return. Last one. Inhale, open. And exhale, return. And then let's move back one more time through Chatushpada Bandhasan. Four-legged ghost pose. Wherever you are is perfect. You can relax your head for a moment if you're inverting. If you're not inverting, stay with your flat back. Good, and then let's bring the hands to the top of the thighs. Bring the hands to the top of the thighs. Take an inhale, parallel to the floor with your spine as much as you can, and exhale up. Good. And just one more quick rotation to the left. Bend until you have a long line of energy. Make sure you may need to kick your right heel out a little. So no further than this, no collapsing. This whole bottom side is the same length as the top side. No collapsing. Good. Just notice that. And then release the left arm like a pendulum and take the right arm to the ceiling. Good. So our modified triangle. There's no collapsing. This is absolutely not collapsed. Take an inhale. And exhale up. Release the arms, release the leg. And other side. Good. Lean. Get that long line of energy. May kick out your left heel a little bit. So find that Tadasana right here over your externally rotated right leg. Good. And just make sure that side is as long as the top side. They're both even and equal. Good. And then let your right arm hang like a pendulum. So no reaching for anything and losing that angle. This is the triangle that we're caring about here. This one. Not the one, nothing else. Just this one you created right here. Okay. Upper arm. Reach up. Pull the scapula back onto the back. Good. Breathe. Take a nice inhale and exhale back to neutral. Release the arms, bend the knee, come back, and then let's heel toe. Good. Come back into our Samastiti, our equally balanced pose. Just coming back, maybe a little balancing on the ball of the foot and back into the heel, and then staying stable for a moment. A standing Shavasana. What can you relax? Good. And then we're going to go down through our toe balance. So let's come up onto the ball of the foot, if we can, onto the ball of the foot, just coming up slowly, and then come down slowly. Just do your best. Good. You can rest the hands on the thighs. You can keep them out in front. You can take them overhead, whatever feels good. Just balancing on the ball of the foot. Good. And then let's lower the hands down for a moment. So you're here. Let's lower the hands down and then walk your hands inside your knees. Walk your arms inside your knees, and your knees are at the back of your arm, right above your elbow. Okay? So some of you might like to play with this pose. As you reach forward a little bit more, just you're not going to look down, you're going to look forward, right beyond your mat. You're going to lift your hips and then continue to place the backs of the knees onto the upper arm, and then just play with one or two legs on the floor. Bakasana, just a little bit of crow. And you can just lift one leg and then lift the other leg and maybe lift both legs. It doesn't really matter. Just play. Good. And then find yourself a comfortable seat in Dandasana with your legs extended in front. Good. Toes are toward the ceiling. Big toe knuckles can touch and the heels are apart. Your knees are toward the ceiling, so there's no rotation at all on your leg. So if you're going like that, stop it, bring them together, but just the knuckles, not the heels. Sitting up on your sit bones, so just make sure you're up on your sit bones. And then let's take the arms up overhead. And just sitting at this right angle with your feet active, arms active, shoulders are down. So shoulders and arms could have come up, but you need to bring them down once you're there, okay? Belly's in, pelvic floor is lifted. You're just making a right angle with the body, but everything is active. Feet are active. Your knees can be gently bent. Good, and then take the arms out to the side. Great. And then bend your left elbow and reach over to the left side. And then straighten your elbow to come up. And then bend your right elbow and reach over to the right side. And then straighten your right elbow to come up. Okay? And then we're going to come up for a moment into reverse table. So your feet just go to the floor. Your hands can be facing forward, facing back, facing to the side, whichever is most comfortable. I like facing back. And sometimes I like facing forward. It just depends, okay? So finding your shoulders stable, then lifting your hips and stacking your knees over your ankles. Good. Breathe. This is called Nabi Darshan, doing darshan with your belly, gazing at your belly button. And when you're ready, come down. Good. Sit up on top of your sit bones, way on top. Bring the soles of the feet together and sit for just a moment in Vajrasana. No butterflying, just be still. Good. It's so telling here. This is my good hip. This is my bad hip. And so this is where there's a lot of arthritis and a limited range of motion. And this is where there's a lot of flexibility. So it's all of us. And very different side to side, usually. Good. And then pick your legs up. Help them along. Good. Help them. Squeeze them for a minute. Just squeeze them together. Relax your groin. We're going to lie down, and if you're doing an inversion, this would be the time. If you're not inverting, then you can put your legs up the wall with your bottom on the floor, or you can do any kind of pose that might finish up your practice that you know, or just make something up. If you're inverting, you might take your block and place it underneath your sacrum, lifting the legs in and up to Viparita Mudra. So wherever you're comfortable, if you're not inverting, don't even try. Just keep your bottom on the floor and your legs up. That doesn't count, okay? As long as your bottom is on the same plane as your throat, it doesn't count as an inversion. So just breathing. Relax your legs, relax your jaw. See if you can let your mandible, your jawbone, just go slack. Another about 10, 15 seconds. And then if you're in Vipuri, just bend your knees, take them in closer, a little bit closer to your chest, and then 1 foot at a time down onto the ground. Lift your hips off the block, move it out of the way. Shake your bottom a little bit and then place it on the floor. And then extend your legs out into Shavasana. We're looking for corpse pose. So just, you don't feel trapped by your mat. If your floor is warm enough, go beyond your mat and become a starfish. Hands are always below the heart, not above the heart. Relax. Body, breath, mind. Slowly and gently, bringing your awareness into the breath, finding it in your belly or your chest. Just notice it. watching the universe breathe you. Letting your eyes roll in the sockets in one direction, then the other. Your tongue roam the mouth. Opening the mouth wide as if you were yawning. Beginning to swim the fingers, twinkle the toes, wriggle your ears, wiggle your nose. And then slowly making your way over onto one side in embryo pose. All curled up, safe and secure. And then slowly and gently begin to press the floor away. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. Just keep it tucked in, keep it tucked in. Press the floor away, keep it tucked in. And when you're upright with your spine, just lift your head and plop it on top. Relax your shoulders. Just be still for a moment. And then finding a comfortable seat to be still for just a moment longer, letting everything integrate. Our pranayama, our meditation, our asana. Just relaxing into the practice. Bringing our hands into the heart, Anjali Mudra. Any merit we might have earned this morning in our practice of yoga, we lift it up to the welfare of all sentient beings. Remembering your intention and bringing it into your heart space. And then symbolically letting it move out into the very palms of your hands. And then let's lift it up and just let it go off into the universe. Just letting go. Bringing the hands gently back into the heart. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaste. Okay, I'm coming to you for 5 minutes today because I have an important meeting that I can't miss breakfast, so I have to hurry. I'm on my way. Let me fix it where you can talk and I can hear you. Good. And now let me unspotlight. You can do it if you want. I'm just going to remove it. And gallery view for me. Good. Okay. Yes, today I only have 5 minutes. Hi, Michael. Welcome. Mamohan, nice to have you. Welcome, welcome. Everybody else, great to see you. Hi, Susan. Thank you. You're welcome. So any questions for anything today? I do have a budget meeting today, which is really important. So I'm going to run down and get my breakfast early because the meeting starts at 9:30, which is normally when I get downstairs. So any questions about the practice? How did you like the Kriyas? Doing those 3 Kriyas, did it prepare you for meditation? Did it feel good by the time you got there that you were more settled? Good. So we only did 3 of the 8. We did 1, 2, and 6. If you know the Kriyas and you like them, which a lot of you do, at 1, 2, and 6 is what we did. And I think that 6 is the one that leaves us off really for that sort of meditative stop, right? When we get the whole of the parasympathetic nervous system. Oh, good. I'm so glad. That's great. Thanks, Amy. Ooh. Wonderful. Yeah. So if nobody's got any questions, I'm going to go start my breakfast early today. Anything at all about the pranayama, about your meditation, about the asana? Any questions at all? Okay. Well, I thank you for letting me have an easy morning of going and getting my breakfast. Thanks to everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully I'll see you on next Tuesday. Thanks. Thanks, Susan. Thanks for joining us. Bye, you. Bye, Cam. Bye, Jessica, Sylvia, Amber, Michael, Michelle, Manipa. Thank you, Cam. Thanks for everything. Okay. Bye bye.